Tip for you, if you're dieting, especially in prep, make sure you get a pre-workout that tastes absolutely amazing. USN are not messing around. Candy pop flavour. And this is probably the best thing that I get to taste all day. So savour it, enjoy it, take time with it, and then get into your session knowing you're going to be buzzing after tasting something so good. Yes guys, welcome back to another video. And today, a little bit of a change of scenery. We are at UltraFlex Gym in Derby. Sometimes on prep, you know, it's nice to get to a different gym, do something a little bit different, so that is the case today. I'm going to be training pull, so back, rear delts, biceps. I'm excited for it. Like I say, I'm in a different gym. I've got different machines available here, so we are going to mix it up a little bit today. But what I will do as I go is inform you what's been changing over the last couple of weeks since the last video, and also the plans going forwards. Oh. Right, so second exercise, we're going into the Nautilus single arm row. This exercise has been a staple in my off season. So one of the areas I have tried to bring up is my back, and this has been imperative to that. We have this machine at Nottingham Strong. So I'm doing a single arm row, and as you'll see when I'm doing it, I'm getting a really good stretch, even if it means a little bit of a twist, and then really trying to drive my elbow into my hip from there. So yeah, we're gonna do a heavy set, we're gonna do a back off set, and fully work the lats on this one. Oh. Oh. Little bit of momentum by the end, but we don't mind that if it's safe, and then we tidy it up a little bit on the back off set. I don't mind going a little bit heavy at the beginning. I thought it was you when you were walking this way. Quick update on the prep so far. So in the last couple of weeks since the last video, in terms of changes to the plan, not a lot has changed. In terms of my body weight, not a lot has changed. Things started to slow down a little bit, so all I've done from here is just up my cardio a little bit. So I went from doing 5 days a week, half an hour, it's gone to 40 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and then now I'm going to up that to 6 days a week and take things a little bit higher from there. So as you can see, my changes are very slow and not too dramatic, and this is part of the reason why I like to stay ahead on my preps. So I don't like to look at my physique and think I'm behind for the number of weeks I've got and start to panic. I want to do things slow, I want to do things steady, I want to retain as much muscle as possible. So what we'll always do along the way is just do things in little baby steps almost, with no drastic changes, and just keep the condition coming that way. And then if I was to ever start to feel like I'm falling behind a little bit, I know that I can speed things up and maybe pull the food down a little bit as well. But for now, we're in a good place. We keep them changes coming and we just keep rolling with it from there. Perfect. So with this, I'm going with a neutral grip, closer together, whereas the hoist one was wide. So just mixing it up a little bit there. So what we'll get is a lot more range of movement the narrower our hands are. And again, I'm able to work the lats because I'm just driving that elbow into my hip from there. To be honest, this machine feels really good, so I've just done a heavy set. Actually feeling really good today. Some days on prep, you know, the energy's a little bit low, but I'm feeling good today, so we're gonna keep going. Let's try one more. So I'd usually do a T-bar row at this point in this session. The other option was to do the lie-in, like prone, prime row. That's also in use, so both are in use. But sometimes, you know, little lesson in there. You got to adapt, you got to overcome. And we've definitely got a lot of machines to do that here. So I'm doing a seated prime row. Done a couple of warm-up sets, feels good, so I'm happy with it. So let's get this top set done. Oh. Ugh. Back felt good, stomach didn't, pressing against that. Woo. So me and Peter were just talking off camera. We're admiring physiques around the gym. And I said, the funny thing about it is that in those people's heads that we're complimenting, they won't be happy how they look. But I did see a good caption the other day from Andre Ferguson, Men's Physique IFBB Pro. And he says it's not called body built, it's called bodybuilding. It's always like a process, it's always a plan of action. We're never going to be happy where we're at. So then we have to flip that and think, well, that's the fun, right? That's where the motivation comes from. If we were 100% happy how we looked, we probably won't be pushing ourselves. And that's what we enjoy doing. So yeah, we just keep going and we're just never going to be happy. So just enjoy the journey. The T-bar is now free, chest supported, but I did the row before. So I'm actually going to change this compared to normal because what I'm trying to do now is move into upper back. So usually with this, I'd be in, like I say, a narrow grip here, but driving the elbows into the sides of my body. Now I want to get more upper back. We're actually going to turn the hands this way and we're going to drive the elbows high and wide. And that's going to hit a little bit more upper back. So yeah, we've got the T-bar in, but we're doing it a little bit differently. That's an accident waiting to happen, trapping my fingers. No! Oh. Finishing back off with this Gym Leco low row. It's actually really nice. I've used it before. So we're going to go 2 sets, 15 reps. And then I think my back is feeling pretty done. We're going to go into rear delts. Great choice of rear fly on the Nautilus, nice and strict. A little bit different to usually when you're on a reverse fly. Like I say, I really can't move anywhere, so all I can do is drive my elbows back. So a nice way to finish off by doing the rear delts on here and then the biceps to finish. Oh. Before we go into biceps, which is the boring stuff, I don't know about anyone else, but training biceps is boring. We get into the exciting stuff. So shows are being booked, flights are being booked, we're ready to go. So I've booked Dubai, 22nd of September. Just 6 days later, I'm going to be competing in France. 8 days after that, the UK Pro Show. And then I haven't booked this one yet, but 7 days after that will be Spain. Now, how am I feeling about it? Excited, as I say, but also what I've realized this week is it actually started to make me feel a little bit anxious. I was thinking about the reality of flying to Dubai, having to peak for the show, coming off stage, being 6 days out from a show in France, having to fly home, fly to France, and obviously it's going to be 4 shows in 4 weeks. Now, I did start to feel a little bit nervous about that, realizing how stressful that's going to be is the reality. But then I just remind myself of one thing, and that's that every time I put myself through a discomfort in life, or there's a situation that makes me feel a little bit anxious and a little bit overwhelmed, what's usually on the other side of that is something that is exciting and a big achievement. So one thing I massively want to do is push myself and challenge myself in new ways, not just physically in the gym, but mentally outside of the gym. I know that 4 weeks there are going to be an emotional whirlwind, but that's exactly what I'm signing up for, because every time, like I say, that's what helps us to level up mentally, not just in competing, other areas of our life. How can I handle stress? How can I handle those chaotic periods? How can I handle defeat on stage? How can I handle winning on stage? They're all different emotions that we're going to have to battle day to day and push ourselves to be better and better all the time. With this prep, I'm doing so many shows. I literally said it to someone the other day. I'm not even thinking about results at this point. I'm not even thinking about who I'm going to be up against. I'm literally thinking I want to be 100% the best I've ever been this year. And with all of these shows, I'm very excited to do that. Have a pause. Whew. I think back to when I wanted to turn pro so bad. And the reason I wanted to turn pro was not so I had some little card on top of my drawers at home that gave me a little stroke of my ego that I could be better than everyone else. The reason I wanted to turn pro was so that I could compete against the best competitors in the Natural Federation. And that's why I'm doing all of these shows. I'm staying true to what I wanted to do once I became a pro, and that is to challenge myself. So I'm reminding myself of that every day. I'm going to go up against the best, and I'm going to take everything that comes with that, whether it's, like I say, the stress, the struggling to peak for shows, whatever challenge comes my way, I'm going to be ready for it. So, like I say, I just have to remind myself of that, because the truth is, I do get a little bit anxious, I do get a little bit nervous, I do think, what if things went wrong? But then I remind myself, why are you doing this? I want to show people that things can be done on a whole new level. That's doing 4 shows in 4 weeks in different countries. I want to do things that haven't been done before. I want to set an example to people. I want to inspire people. So that's where I'm at, guys. Yeah, let's get back into the session. Let's get these arms done. Oh. Don't skip your forearms. Job done. That is the session all done here at UltraFlex. Pull done, ticked off. Thanks for following along. And also, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that reached out to me after the last video on Instagram, comments, all that kind of stuff, because it definitely helped me massively to want to keep to do these videos and keep pushing to bring more content, and also the feedback on what works and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys. So if you've watched this video and you've enjoyed it, or there's something you want to see, always feel free to DM me on Instagram. Prep can get a bit lonely, so the more people that message me, the better, you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was saying to someone the other day, like, it's nice to mix it up on prep and come to a different gym, use different machines, and that was definitely a very, very enjoyable workout today. So feeling good and excited for what's to come. So as of right now, I touched on the shows I'll be doing. I'm 10 weeks out from Dubai, 11 weeks out from France, 12 weeks out from the UK, 13 weeks out from Spain, and however many weeks out from the rest of the shows that I'll be doing. So I just keep pushing, keep working, keep getting everything done. And like I say, I'll be sharing more and more on this channel throughout it all, especially when I'm traveling to all of those shows. I'm excited to bring that to the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. That's me done, out of here. Let's go. 2024 prep. Let's go.